When you stand in a dark place and look up, you see thousands of stars, but your eyes capture a tiny fraction of the galaxy. For every star visible from Earth, there are over 20 million more hidden in the dark, either too faint, too far away, or obscured by thick clouds of cosmic dust. To find our place in all that dust and light, we have to look at the immediate boundaries of our own solar neighborhood. The first physical boundary is the Kuiper Belt, a massive ring of icy debris extending up to 50 times the distance between Earth and the Sun. Pushing past that debris, we hit the heliosphere. The Sun constantly blows out a solar wind of charged particles, inflating a massive magnetic bubble around our planets. This invisible shield physically pushes against the interstellar medium, deflecting the most dangerous cosmic rays and creating a safe harbor for our planet. In the entire history of space exploration, only 2 human-made machines have actually pierced the edge of this magnetic bubble. It took Voyager 1 over 30 years of traveling at thousands of miles per hour to finally cross the heliocause and directly measure the space outside our solar system. Leaving that protective cocoon is the only way to grasp our actual scale. Once we look past the heliosphere, we start to see the surrounding galaxy for what it actually is. Our closest stellar neighbor is Alpha Centauri, a triple star cluster sitting roughly 4.3 light-years away. Orbiting the smallest star in this cluster is Proxima b, a rocky exoplanet sitting directly in the habitable zone, where liquid water could theoretically pool on its surface. This diagram illustrates the mechanics of the Breakthrough Starshot project, a proposed method for reaching Alpha Centauri within a human lifetime. By concentrating 100 gigawatts of energy from a ground-based laser array onto a nanocraft equipped with a light sail, we could accelerate the probe to 20% the speed of light, reaching the system in just 22 years. Pushing out a bit further to Barnard star, we find a strange stellar anomaly. At roughly 12 billion years old, this red dwarf should be completely dormant, yet astronomers have observed it releasing massive energy flares that double its brightness in minutes, behaving like a volatile young star. Then there is Sirius, sitting less than 9 light-years away. With a surface temperature near 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit, this binary system is 25 times brighter than our Sun, dominating the winter night sky through sheer blinding luminosity. Look deeper into the Orion constellation, and we find the red supergiant Betelgeuse. It is rapidly burning through the last of its fuel. When its core inevitably collapses, the resulting supernova explosion will cast off layers of gas and dust that will shine in our sky as brightly as a full moon for weeks. Flare-prone dwarfs, binary systems, and supergiant stars near the end of their lives characterize much of our immediate neighborhood. In contrast, the Sun follows a path through a relatively quiet region of space, providing the billion-year stability required for life on Earth to evolve undisturbed. We orbit the galaxy tucked safely inside a minor spur called the Orion Arm, nestled exactly between the major, densely packed spiral arms of the Milky Way. By staying out of the crowded, radiation-heavy major arms, Earth effectively exists within a galactic habitable zone. Our entire solar system orbits the center of the Milky Way at over 500,000 miles per hour. Even at that extreme speed, a single rotation, 1 cosmic year, takes 250 million Earth years. The last time our planet occupied its current galactic coordinates, dinosaurs were walking across Pangaea. This scale comparison shows what happens when we look inward toward the core, where the objects become difficult to comprehend. The hypergiant star UY Scuti is so large that if placed at the center of our solar system, its outer surface would completely swallow the orbit of Jupiter. You could fit 5 billion of our suns inside it. At the absolute heart of the Milky Way lies a much denser monster, Sagittarius A star. This is a supermassive black hole with the mass of 4.3 million suns crushed into a single point, surrounded by a disk of superheated gas that telescopes finally managed to capture directly in 2022. This 3D grid visualizes a phenomenon called frame dragging. Sagittarius A star spins with such intensity that its rotational force drags the surrounding fabric of space-time along with it, twisting the very geometry of the universe near the event horizon. but an entirely different astronomical theory exists. When a gas cloud passed dangerously close to Sagittarius A star without being shredded, some physicists proposed that the galactic center might not be a singularity at all. Instead, it could be a hyperdense, spinning concentration of invisible dark matter particles, mimicking the same gravitational pull. Whether it is a black hole or a massive cluster of dark matter, the core of our galaxy is a volatile gravitational anchor that continues to challenge our models of how the universe functions at its most extreme limits. Pulling all the way out, the Milky Way takes the shape of a massive, flat, rotating disk with a central bar of stars. But the glowing matter we can see is a minority of the structure. Our galaxy is entirely encased within a spherical, indivisible halo of dark matter, providing the massive gravity required to keep the rapidly spinning outer stars from flying out into deep space. Just a century ago, humanity assumed this swirling collection of stars was the entire universe. Those faint spiral smudges seen in early telescopes were widely believed to be nearby gas clouds trapped within our own galaxy. That changed in 1923, when astronomer Edwin Hubble examined a Cepheid variable star inside the Andromeda Nebula. Because a Cepheid pulses at a rate directly tied to its actual brightness, Hubble could calculate its exact distance. He proved the star was located far outside the Milky Way, revealing that Andromeda is an entirely separate island universe. We now know the universe is filled with trillions of galaxies, and they grow by cannibalizing each other. Over the last 12 billion years, the Milky Way has swallowed over a dozen smaller dwarf galaxies, stripping their stars and absorbing them into its own spiral arms. Right now, it is actively consuming the Canis Major dwarf galaxy. This orbital projection shows the Milky Way and Andromeda accelerating toward each other at 250,000 miles per hour. In roughly 4.5 billion years, the two galaxies will collide. Gravity will eventually merge their spiral structures into a single, massive elliptical galaxy. Galaxies are born, they consume, they collide, and eventually they die. We are fleeting observers made of the very stardust drifting through these arms, lucky enough to be alive, looking up, during a brief and stable chapter in the mortal lifespan of our cosmic home.